Real people, real cases. This is Verdict Watch.
Concord versus Amanda Mount. Amanda Mount versus Concord, 2501975. Mr. Gallup.
Good morning, Your Honor. Creighton Gallup, P63002 on behalf of Concord Cooperative.
Ms. Mount?
Amanda Mount.
I'm at a loss as to what is going on here. I thought the case was settled, and I'm getting motion after motion after motion, and when people are done filing motions, they're filing more motions. I mean, everything from certifying a class to now motion for protective order, sanctions for abuse of process. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. Are you guys settling this or not settling this?
Your Honor, if I could interject here, we have mediated on at least 2 occasions with Judge Hessen, and I'd like to say on a personal note, I appreciate her efforts to try and get this thing resolved. I have submitted to Ms. Mount, this is on a second occasion, a revised agreement that I believe encapsulated the final terms that we had worked out with Judge Hessen after doing a walkthrough of her unit. First one I was denied access, but Judge Hessen facilitated a second inspection. We went in there, and we believe we'd worked out a deal. I have provided that to Court Administrator Jen on Friday and a copy to Ms. Mount. I have not heard back from Ms. Mount as to whether those terms are acceptable or not. So the ball is in her court. The only motion that we have filed is after the 14th motion was filed by Ms. Mount last week. We just had to put an end to this. We just can't keep up with these motions. A lot of these are evidentiary in nature, and they're not relevant.
These kinds of things. You can raise this at the time of the hearing. Motion to strike police report and certain board member statements as inadmissible, misleading, and tainted by conflict of interest. Motion to preserve rights, objections, and defenses. I mean, I don't want to be rude. It seems like you're enjoying playing lawyer here, and that's okay. But at some point, I'd understood the case was settled. That's what I'd understood. Now I have seemingly I got stacks of stuff here. And I don't know what's happened. Can you just tell me what the basic tenet of the conditional dismissal terms were, Mr. Gallup?
If the court's comfortable with that, because I do know that she had filed a request for a waiver of the jury trial, and I don't want to cause any problems with you if you're going to be the jurist on this one, Your Honor. I can tell you it was a conditional dismissal in general that had arranged for some terms that she would be able to stay so long as the general rules had been followed. I don't want to get into all the specific details, but Judge Hessen worked very hard with both parties to get some middle ground here. I thought this was resolved. I've just not heard back from Ms. Mount from the proposal that was sent to her last week, which is the second draft, which incorporated newer terms for her protection after the inspection that we'd done with Judge Hessen.
Well, do I dare ask what the new terms were?
No, it specified certain items that we were going to repair in her unit that were basis of her counter complaint, things that she'd said that had been lingering that had gone unaddressed. It was all going to be taken care of here within the next 30 days.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I thought it was settled. Did they change something?
No, the habitability was settled, but not the misconduct.
Remind me, what specific misconduct?
Withholding my work order, filing a case report when I wasn't even there.
So
And it all started after I started enforcing my shareholder rights. for withholding a work order.
Can you elaborate on that, Mr. Gallup?
Yeah, she keeps referencing these police reports that are not a part of the court record right now, and that's the basis of one of her motions. I really don't know how to respond to it. It's not a part of the court record yet. She's insistent on having a police report.
File police reports.
I had to do it. There's at least one or two police reports, one of which, when the police were contacted after there'd been a threat made about the site manager, she threatened that she was going to beat her up. And I believe there was at least one other police report sometime where she believes there's conflicting statements from maintenance guys that she wants to call as witnesses. I don't think there's any probative value here, that nothing's been submitted to the court as a part of this. And if this is something that would need to be excluded or included as a part of an exhibit at trial, there are limiting motions and processes that would be handled for something like that. It's very preliminary that she would raise this issue right now. I don't think it's relevant. Regarding the unit itself, she's made claims that her work repairs went unanswered. I think the court knows this. This has been part of the record. There were some delays due to COVID.
Yeah, you know, but that's not right either.
And that's why, and Your Honor, and we have worked diligently with the defendant, and we have worked with.
Do you have time limits in there and the conditional dismissal as to when all these repairs are going to take place?
Yeah, they were already supposed to have taken place last month, but she wouldn't let us into the unit. She changed that. Now it's scheduled, Judge. We'd rescheduled it pursuant to new agreement to the end of September, because it's going to require her and her family.
Slow down. I can't hear. I can't pick up two of you at the same time. You think I can hear you both and comprehend you both? Was a date set for them to come in?
Yes.
Did you let them in?
The first time, no.
Why?
Because I would prefer an extra set of eyes, because.
Did you tell Judge Hessen you weren't going to let them in the first time without her being there?
No, but
Why did you not let them in then?
Well, because there's bigger issues.
So they're seeking to have you removed. And it sounds to me like you're winning. That's what's befuddling. Hang on. It sounds to me like you're winning. If there's a conditional dismissal, Leonard, they have obligations, you have obligations, but as far as I can tell, you've won.
I understand that, Your Honor, but a conditional dismissal, I've done nothing to deserve a conditional dismissal. I did what I'm allowed to do.
Well, doesn't the conditional dismissal set forth that they're going to undertake all this work? And that there's to be no further violations by you, and as long as there aren't, that will be, the case will remain dismissed? Look, if you guys don't want to settle it, I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
All I know is I thought it was settled, and it seems like every single or every other third day it just seems like I get motion after motion. I come back from a conference, I got motions after motions here. And I'm thinking, what is going on? I thought we were waiting for a conditional dismissal. Did you graduate from college?
Almost.
Maybe you should go to college and go to law school.
It's not my intention. I have stage fright. Like, this is not what I want to do, but I do know my rights, and I know I didn't do anything wrong. And.
All right. I understood it was settled. Is there anything else I can do to try to resolve this? You're right. If it's not a jury trial, I'm going to listen to the facts, and I'm going to make a determination as to what the facts are and apply the law.
Your Honor, as far as I'm concerned, the ball is in her court. We've provided a proposed agreement, a revised agreement. This is at least the second draft that we've given her last week, and I've not heard from her. So if she's telling the court and me today that she's not interested, we got to put this on the litigation track. I'd rather resolve it if we can. My clients come a very long way from where they were at. And it's just very frustrating that all this treasure's been spilt on this. These costs are getting assessed back against the members themselves. This is expensive stuff. So we just need a Fisher cut bait. I'd rather resolve it, but we have to go to trial. So be it.
Okay. I don't even know where to start.
Well, I can't hear very well, Your Honor. Did Ms. Mount, is she definitively saying she is rejecting what was provided to her last
The
week?
way it sounds to me.
Okay.
I can tell you you're in the wrong court if you're talking about certifying this as a class action. Then I have other issues that I need to address, like well, how long are you going to be gone on vacation?
I'll be back the 17th, Judge. We do have a preliminary date for the motion that we'd filed, the motion for the protective order. The court had given us October 6th. I know the court doesn't want to put this out further than necessary. I've not received a response to her motion. We just filed it last week. So obviously she would have a little bit of time to respond. We didn't.
I don't need to decide anymore. There's so many here.
You've only.
I've got packet after packet after packet.
You've made decision on one general motion, which was her motion to transfer,
Right.
And we submitted an order.
Motion for reconsideration. I got emergency motion for protective order. I've got motion to preserve rights, objections, and defenses. Notice of waiver of jury demand. Police report is inadmissible upon hearsay. Motion to certify and transfer to circuit court. Motion for class certification. I think there's a couple more in here.
There were still 5 or 6 preceding from the first batch that she'd filed that the court has not had an opportunity to rule upon.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, if you guys don't want to settle, you don't want to settle. I guess we'll just go forward. I will schedule Jennifer.
Yes, Judge.
On a notice going out on all these motions. We're going to set them for October. Was it the 6th that we already set the one with Mr. Gallup?
We gave them the 6th as a tentative date, yes.
Okay. So if, okay, let me see here. All right. So I want you to set forth all motions that are going to be heard on that. I want it, I don't even know. So all motions, you're going to separately list each one.
And Judge, for quick reference, if you look at our motion for the protective order, I believe we listed them all for your convenience. I think we listed them. There's 1 through 14. That should help the court.
There's 14 of them?
I believe it was close to 14 that she filed. We've only filed one
I thought there
motion.
was more. I must be getting bad at counting. Motion for reconsideration will be the first one on the list. Set them all for October 16th. Any responses are due by
October 6th.
Register, if you would, by September the 29th. Can you do that, Mr. Gallup?
I believe we've responded to all of those, including the 2 recent ones she filed last week. I think
Match them all up and give them to me, Jennifer. If there's
Yep.
any other ones, you have to respond by September 29th. You likewise have until September 29th, ma'am, to file any responses, okay?
The only other thing I'd ask the court, Your Honor, we've already relied on what we thought was an agreement to get these contractors out there. This is our duty anyway to make repairs. We're going to ask that the court order her to cooperate with any type of necessary inspections in the interim. There are a couple things that need to be done. One is the flooring. The second requires a contractor to come out there and displace them. We'd already made a hotel reservation to put them out. This could.
Hotel reservation? Who out?
Because they're going to be renovating the bathroom upstairs. HUD requires them to relocate. We've already made arrangements when we're talking with Judge Hessen to get her and her family accommodations if they choose to use them, because they're going to have to rip out the bathtub and replace the flooring upstairs. These are the repairs that were scheduled for August that we rescheduled for at the end of September. If we reschedule it again, this may not happen until October, November, and that'll just.
So wait a minute, when are you scheduled to do the work?
29th, September 29th.
Okay, and you paid for a room for Ms. Mount and her family?
They've already made one arrangement. They're making a second one. They're not out of money until she doesn't show up. We can still cancel. My understanding is we're making another reservation for her for a period of a week. It's possibly a week it's going to take to do the upstairs.
What do you want me to order? Tell me what you want me to order.
That she will cooperate with the necessary repairs as proposed in the.
If you're going to complain about them not doing repairs, hang on.
Okay.
If you're going to complain about them not doing repairs, you need to let them in to do repairs,
I
right?
understand that, but my children's stuff has been stolen from the last time, so I'd appreciate it if I could get them out of the house and do it without them worrying, because they're traumatized from the last time.
From what last
From
time?
our stuff being stolen
When?
from the contractors.
When?
When we were out last time in the hotel for 3 months.
Judge, I don't know what she's talking about. We have never had any reports.
What do you want to, I'm not following you. Do you want them in to do the repairs?
Yes, I did. I just, my kids.
Well, I understand, but do you want to take them to the hotel?
I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem. I just, everybody's showing up at the door. I would prefer just to keep them out of it as much as possible.
Well, tell
Because
them,
they're
wait a
afraid to
minute,
leave.
wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm trying to help you here. If you want the repairs done, they have to gain access to the property.
Yes.
So do we have a date for them to come in and effectuate the repairs? He says September 29th.
September 29th.
And she would leave on the night before, because we'll be there in the morning. We make the arrangements for the whole week for her to be staying at the hotel. We'd even change the location to make it more convenient and a newer.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you're agreeing to leave on the 28th of September and remain in a hotel until what, about the 5th of October?
Give or take, yes, Judge. That was their projection. And there's one additional.
Wait a minute, wait, slow down. I don't want to hear give or take. I'm not writing give or take in an order. Tell me how long it's going to take, and then she can agree to leave during those days, and you guys can have access to the property.
The contractor assured us it would be done by that Saturday, which was October 4th here. Let me look here.
So you're going to put them up in a hotel until the 5th?
Yes, absolutely. She will not be out 1 cent from that. We will make the arrangements for her. We're required by HUD to provide that to her.
Okay, so I want to make sure this is okay with you. September 28th, the night of your vacate,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
You come back on the 5th.
Okay.
In what hotel? I want this all in an order.
It's in the proposed consent agreement. It is located off of North Line. It's the new Detroit Townhouses, I believe is the name of it. We've given her the information before. It was Judge Hessen's suggestion. It was a newer location.
Well,
Do you know where? Do you know where?
Well, there was like two, and last I knew there was two different ones.
I just want to know, do you know which two they're talking about?
No, North Line, Detroit. I thought it was on Eureka.
It may be Eureka by 75. It's right there off 75. It's a new place. I believe it's a Marriott. Just it's on the south side of the road. We'll send her an email, Judge, Your Honor, and if we get done before, we'll be happy to let her
Can I
know.
put this in an order right now, and then I don't have to worry about this? This is so incredibly petty with so many things going on here. I want the hotel listed. I want the order saying she's going to leave the property to allow the plaintiff to effectuate repairs, which consist of A, B, C, D, E, and F, or whatever they are. And then that she's going to, the plaintiff is going to pay for and relocate her and her family to the hotel at the Marriott or whatever it is on whatever street in whatever city in whatever state.
We can do that. It's already in the order. All I gotta do is cut and paste, and I get it to you this morning.
Pull out your order. I have a feeling nothing's going to go right on this case. If Judge Hessen, if you guys were not allowed access to effectuate repairs, I mean, look, I'm not going to babysit here. I'm telling you right now, I am not about to babysit. That's ridiculous. She wants repairs. She won't let you in. You guys go in. Down being told people are stealing things. I'm telling you, I am not going to babysit. So put it right in your order. Pull out the conditional dismissal and tell me what we're adding in that order. And then I'm going to order it. And then there's not going to be any problems. And if somebody doesn't let somebody in or somebody doesn't show up with the contractor, there's going to be a serious penalty.
Yes. So there are three portions of the repairs. The first one requires a contractor and her removal from the property or family. That's the one we're talking about starting September 29th. There's also a flooring issue in the kitchen where the tiles are starting to pop up. That is something that would be done internally. They do not have to be displaced for that. That can be done anytime from now until the 29th. All we would need is her cooperation.
All right, then you're going to put it in there. The flooring will be repaired on or before September 29th. Defendant/counter plaintiff shall provide contractors hired by plaintiff to gain access for the purpose of repairing the kitchen floor. What else?
The other will happen after, when they'll do painting and they'll do the what they call it, finishing work after the contractor.
When's that going to take place by?
That'll be right after the work that's done.
Let's say by November 1st,
Sure.
Plaintiff shall paint the residence wherever it is, whatever walls, whatever portion of whatever wall, maybe the 13 inches and 1 foot on the east wall, the north corner, but then don't paint anything else. You put this all specifically in an order, and I want it on here right now, please. I'm not going to go through this. This is nonsensical garbage as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
I mean, you guys, I thought had an agreement, and I'm getting motion after motion, and I'm not gonna babysit. They don't pay me enough to babysit.
I agree.
So let's get the order. Let's put all the language in here, because I have a feeling when you submit the order, there's going to be an objection, and I'm going to have a hearing, and you're going to be in Italy, and then we're going to delay this, and I'm not delaying it. We're moving forth on this. So tell me. In fact, I want you to draft the proposed order now.
I'm working on it, Judge.
And I want it, Ms. Mount's not leaving until she looks at it and she approves it, and I'll sign it. You're going to send it to Jen. Jen, tell them where to send it.
Mr. Gallup, you can email me that at jen@33court.com.
Okay, Your Honor, I'll have it to you within the hour, probably within the next 20 minutes, actually.
Thank you very much. And then Ms. Mount, we're going to print out the copy of the order.
Yes.
I want to see it too, Jen. So when you give her a copy, I want to see a
Yes,
copy.
I'll print a couple copies and bring them down as soon as I get
Thank
it.
you very much. Thank you.
Judge, if I may, before though they go, what time on the 6th for these motions? Do we want to do the afternoon or late morning?
What day of the week is that?
It's a Monday.
Well, I probably have sobriety for it, right? Don't I? Let me think. 25th, 8th, 22nd, the 6th is a Monday. Why don't you set them at 1:30 on Monday, the 6th?
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, Judge, let me get working on the order. Do you want me to pop back into the Zoom after we've sent it to you, Your Honor?
I do. I want you to send it to Jen, and then you can wait 10 or 15 minutes. She can look at it. I'll look at it. And if there's corrections to be made, we'll make them, okay?
It's only going to be about the repairs, and it's going to cover just the one portion, so we'll get it to you here. in
Just
20
be
minutes.
specific. I want to know where she's staying, everything,
Understood.
okay?
Thank Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Thanks for watching Verdict Watch. New court drama every day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a case. Leave a comment with your thoughts. We're watching too.